and it is day 5. And I've already got rid of 100 items, yes. When I started out, I wasn't sure I wanted to do it, but I decided just to get started. I think it's a wonderful challenge because what I saw is that the efforts I was putting into the challenge to find the trash and to take care of it and to find the things that didn't belong pretty much translated over into my life. So I found myself like in parts of my house on a countertop or something. Oh, can I get rid of this? And just being able to quickly identify and make decisions so that the things that didn't really make that much of a difference, like in a closet or something, this little plastic bag or something, it's so small, it's not making that much of a difference. I'm like taking care of those things immediately, and I know that habit's going to bless my life. So I'm kind of excited to be just in this mindset every day for 100 items, and I got past 100 actually. Every day, long enough just to have that practice in my mind of letting go of stuff that just isn't serving me. So I will show you some of what I'm parting with today. Like I said before, I love good sturdy boxes, but I was able to just feel really quickly, I can't feel excited about using that in the future. But there are other boxes that I just know, like I just see them and I just know that I want to use that. Like the box that my Halloween stuff is in. Oh, it's perfect. Here's another box, and I was like, maybe I could use that one. And just trying to put it in my keep stuff was like, I don't want. Oh, why am I keeping this if it's causing grief already? This is one of my favorites. I pulled out every one of these. These were mixed in with hair rubber bands. These are blow-up balloons that I saved. Why? I didn't like them. I didn't want to keep them. It was just so gross when my kids would blow them up and get slobber all over them and leave them on the floor. But they just kept leaving these on the floor, popping them, blowing up little balloons. Whatever. I just wanted to get rid of them, so I hid them. And I was going to use them for my daughter's birthday, just blow them up little, whatever. It's past her birthday. I completely forgot about them. If you really don't like something, just don't hang on to it. If we decide to do a water fight in the future, water balloons don't cost that much. So I feel relieved, and I counted every single one of these as an item. And you know what? It definitely counts because I had to dig each one out from among the little black hair rubber bands. But just putting that priority to the time, because it's so easy to say, don't sweat the small stuff. And there are times in your life where that is vital. But sometimes when you don't sweat anything small, you're like, I can keep that little thing. Oh, that's really small. This doesn't matter. That's not going to take up very much space. It can stick around your house forever. And it's not just one thing. You might not realize it, but you might have thousands of tiny small items around your house that are hardly taking up any space. But when you start getting rid of 100 items per day, you start being like, wow. Even without that, those items can really add up, and they're really taking up space, and they're not really. This hasn't served me in 2 years. These rubber bands, we use them one day, and not rubber bands, balloons. Anyway, so I counted every one of those, and I fully enjoyed it. So what else do we have here? We've got, another shoe. I don't know where the other one is. I'm not going to quite put that in the bag until I can have the other one. But it's a shoe my kids outgrew. And then, I don't remember what this is. But my kids are like, we could use that for something. And it's just been sitting in my basement for 2 months. It came with something. I don't even remember what. Oh, I think it was a sock. I don't know. So there's that. And I counted a lot more trash today because I was able to see. Oh, here's my smartwatch. Kind of fell apart completely when I finished taking it apart. Those did not last. They lasted about 1.5 years before they started falling apart. But anyway, every piece of garbage I looked for, I counted, because I loved the effect I noticed on. Like, I obviously am not going through counting crumbs, but I love the effect I noticed on Saturday and Sunday that just the garbage did matter, and I did take care of it. And I feel like when you get into that mindset and you take care of those things, you're never going to have an accumulation where you have to go through and collect all the garbage. When you're in that mindset, you'll just be taking care of it all the time. This is cute. I love it. It was made and completely forgotten for yeah, I don't know if they're gonna remember that, but I think it's a fun project. I think it's fun to give your kids plenty of opportunities to make things like that, and I think they would. We have more yarn, so they just ran out of yarn. That's why they stopped where they did. But I think they would love to make a big one, so I can set them up for that. And then we've got another box. I said in my other video, like if it's a high quality box, I like to keep it. This is like a sleek, high quality box, but I mean, come on, it's broken. But you know, that's my weak spot. High quality boxes, I just like, it's just sleek, and look at that, it's thin. It's a great box, and just recognizing today, as I continue my journey with 100 items per day, I don't need to keep that. Like I knew that, but just being able to let go of it. So, and then I made, look at this. Sorry, I'm just gonna brag for a second. I made this. How did I make this? This is, can you tell? They're little balloon things that come in an Amazon package that protect it. The green ones, I cut them into strips like you would with plastic bags if you were making plarn. And I crocheted this while we watched Moana. It was great. And I made this, and I'm ready to pass it on. We didn't have yarn at the time, but I just wanted to show my kids that you could make stuff with something other than yarn. So that was really fun. And oh, I do want to show you one more thing. I counted every garbage bag, or sorry, I counted every bag that's in here, every single bag. I counted each one because I want my brain to recognize that I can take care of all of those things now, and that it is important. So these are all important to get to my 100, and they're important. If I look in my closet and there's just a bag sitting there, if there's just a bag sitting on my countertop, I can take care of it right away. So I'm not like putting things on hold until some future later where I'll take care of the things that are, you know, the small stuff that doesn't really matter. I'm taking care of the small stuff now, just as I pass, and it's so quick. The rest is recycling, so I'm not going to bring that over here to show you. And there's actually a bunch in the recycling. So this has been a fun journey. I literally started out today not wanting to do this, not thinking I could get to 500. Just I wore myself out so bad on Saturday. I got a lot done. Cut my son's hair. Just I can't even list everything I did. I even made homemade pizza. It's just an awesome day. Just like I did not stop all day. When it came time to go to sleep, I was zonked before my husband could really walk into the room. Anyway, so I wore myself out. I could tell yesterday I kind of went a little bit too far, more than was good for me. So today, it's like late afternoon. I finally did it. I just decided I'm just going to get started. Look at this, by the way, you guys. Super thick yoga mat I got from my husband a few years ago. This is off topic. It's a little bit too thick. So I don't recommend these. Sorry, quick rec. But look how squishy it is. This makes me want to, I'm gonna start using this. I like laying on the floor because sometimes it's really uncomfortable in my pregnancy to be sitting on a chair, but we have a hardwood floor. I can use this. I'm gonna try it for yoga tomorrow. Ask for a review if you're curious, because I'm probably not gonna mention this again unless somebody asks, but it's like super plush. Not plush, super thick. I thought I was being so kind to get this for my husband because it was so thick, but we haven't used it a ton, but we have used it, so I'm still keeping it. I'm going to try it for my yoga tomorrow. I've started yoga recently. Anyway, that was a side note, if I ever heard one. I love this process. I love what I'm learning. Yeah, I almost didn't do I was almost like not going to do this today, but I decided to, and now I did it, and I feel really good. Got my 500 items in, and my future feels very bright with the progress I keep making, and that I keep getting to 100 and keep finding more things that I'm able to let go of, and it just feels so good. Things that I would, like this doesn't count. And when you don't get stuff out of your house because it doesn't count, it could be thousands of items. So I think this definitely counts, and I'm really excited to just clear all of that stuff and the things that, you know, that do count. Clear all of it out of my house. Anyway, I love this exercise. It's kind of the euphoria I got when I started the KonMari method, but I wasn't able to finish that for different reasons. But I can keep going because there's just 100 items per day. That's all I have to focus on. And I love it. Okay, see you tomorrow. That's 500 items. Well, more than 500 items. Signing off.